I hate that Shannon, he's so up with who he is. He's actually having a conversation with a young woman that he's paying for sex as if she's his friend.
Let's just make it very clear, brother.
You know what you did to me. Yeah, she gonna keep doing you a old, goofy who think you the
Yeah, he sounded like a little...
I'm gonna choke you. Big back man, choke white rubber.
Brother, when I saw that slave talk,
yeah, I know that.
When I saw them slave terminologies with that whole, I want you to put a big black baby in me. I said, that she got him.
Yeah, that kind
was
of
it.
role playing like that. What kind of man?
No, I mean it was scary because I knew he didn't realize.
Well, I don't.
You know what?
Well, I don't want to be choked.
Yes, you do. I don't think you have a choice in the matter.
Shannon said, I'm gonna come over there and I'm gonna choke you. What'd the white girl say? In the saddest, most pathetic voice you've ever heard in your life. What did she say?
Well, I don't want to be
choked.
Yes, you do.
She's talking like this. She's talking like a child. Is Shannon really gonna go over there and choke her? Yes. But to harm her? No. To get the power play.
I don't want no young girl like that as a friend I talk to. I would broker something like that if I was going after something like that, because I don't want to be manipulated with her voice, because I'll be like, look, ain't stupid, I know what it is. Yeah. Pull that monkey out. Let me do what I do. How much it costs to put tape on your mouth? That's what I tell her. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to talk to you, baby. I want your body. I want to wash up looking at you. I want you in the bathroom when I'm washing up. I want to be looking at you. And while I hang that rag up on wherever I hang it up on.
I would have to ask Shannon Sharpe. When that woman didn't sign the NDA, Uncle Shay Shay, why didn't you cut it off? And why are you texting her so explicitly without any protection for yourself? And even more than that, Art, Uncle Shay Shay, why are you letting her come to your home?
He was caught up in a honey trap. Okay, now, in a honey trap, also known as love traps, it is an Israeli tactic. It's an Israeli Mossad agent governmental tactic.
Ooh, we getting some deep.
Where people are set up with agents. Women are set up to be around you, right? They're agents. They have a mark. They're given your folder. This is the person, let's say it's Craig, okay? KraigSmith, this is where he lives, this is what he likes, the common places he eats, how he dresses, what his show is, what are his likes, his dislikes, what kind of food, all this stuff. They're given a folder. This is very real.
So sexpionage is a commercial term. We call them sexual exploitation operations because essentially what you're doing is you're exploiting or motivating / manipulating somebody on the basis of their sex, not their gender, but their sexual preferences. So that can be homosexual, that can be heterosexual, that can be bisexual, that can be any number of the kinks that are out there. If you exploit their sexuality, it is a sexual exploitation operation. So we do not create operations where our officers engage in sex to withdraw secrets from a target. That does not mean that our officers don't facilitate sex for a target. So if you have somebody who's really into, transgender men or transgender females, you might facilitate them getting a transgender or a transgender boyfriend or girlfriend, and you become the friend that helps them get the sex they want.
And they study it, they learn everything about you, and they go to the common places where you normally are. Then they start to finish your sentences for you. They start to bring you things, and I saw you over there, like this, man, I like the way you talk, man, that joke is funny, etc.
Intention bombing.
Intention, all that, love bombing.
So here it is, he at the gym, working out. He's showing up at the gym with them big old black legs, that big old print showing in them sweatpants, squatting, sweating out his ass with them big old muscles. Now here it is, this little white girl over there on the treadmill. They making eye contact. Who set that up? Who put her there? Who put him there? And who knew they was gonna be attracted to each other to start? Who set that up?
And so you get caught in that. Next thing you know, they have you in the bed with them. Next thing you know, you're involved with them. Now they're around you in your life and all this, and you're like, damn, I love this woman. All of a sudden, and then boom.
Well, I don't know why you want to go out.
Don't worry about it, Gabby.
Well, okay.
Okay, what?
Well, I'm not really interested in getting choked, so I guess we're going.
Yeah, I might choke you in public. Big black guy chokes small white woman.
It's not a good look, Shannon.
Not a good look that you did what you did to me.
And all of a sudden, and then boom. Oh, he me. Oh, boom. You had a $100 million contract coming down the line. I'm suing you for $50 million. That was a mark hit. That is a honey trap, love trap, Israeli Mossad tactic. It is very real. Happens all the time.
Me and him the same age, probably. I'm 55. If I'm fucking that girl right there, I know I ain't shit to her. But do she know she ain't shit to me? I'm gonna make that very clear. And we're not gonna play with each other. I buy you. Stop asking me if we going to the mall together. Here go the money, you go to the mall, get what the fuck you gonna get. I can't be seen with you. It's older out there. I need to see me through. I can't be out there with you.
You don't need no 26-year-old girl. You don't need no 36-year-old girl. Yo, can get you an old out there. You're trying to hang out with these young and you can't do it, Shannon. You just can't do it.
Ladies, gentlemen, and polite savages, you are now about to embark on a journey sure to anger feminists and modern women alike, and especially the ones who thought that you could swim and play in the snow, but didn't understand that when it comes to the ladies, it's all a go. As always, we can only guarantee to tell you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the goddamn truth as we see it. And sometimes the truth is a bitter, bitter pill. 25G for each cheek, and you gotta shut up and take your medicine. So there's nothing left to do but get all up into it. Are you ready? Well, let's go.
Polite savages, the more that the passage of time has passed with the Shannon Sharpe situation, with more allegations coming from the women of lacking melanin from every angle and every direction. Some of these women look like spoiled, aged out milk, coming to claim the money prize from the haul of the hard work that Shannon Sharpe and his team has put in, just because he liked to dabble in a bit of racy roleplay fetishes and the like. Instead of keeping it simple and clapping them cheeks for the night, he went to go seek more perverse means to get him off and living a second secret double life, where if people have found out like we have done already, would lose respect for him, change the way that they think about him and how they feel about our good old lung, where he is losing brand deals and sponsorships.
There's video. Suppose I'm with this girl and I like a little race play. And I'm like, listen, you know, I'm from the old school and it was tough back then. I'm a little traumatized. I need you to call me the N-word over and over again. Depreciate me.
And I'm imagining that most operations involving sexpionage, sexual exploitation are a little bit smoother.
It's not necessarily that they're smooth. It's that they are very intentional. And oftentimes what happens is when you're dealing with somebody who can be sexually exploited, they don't want to be coy about it. They prefer a bold approach.
Now, polite savages, I have to ask you this one question. What would you do dealing with these wicked, sick, sinister sisterhoods, slithering and scheming with their wily ways, sinking their teeth in and siphoning the life force and essence out of you, literally, metaphorically? Just like the serpent in the garden using Eve, the woman as a weapon to strip Adam of his millions of dollars worth of gain and knowledge. Now I'm all for good conspiracy theories, but here clearly there must have been something deeper, more sinister. The evil eye over the potential vast fortune of Shannon Sharpe. Where it makes me wonder, is this really a conspiracy? Where an agency, whether spiritual or earthly or a combination thereof, took aim at Shannon Sharpe's success, fortune, and money by using temptresses, Jezebels, honeypot trapped women to strip Shannon of his millions.
More often than not, when like a true sexual exploitation operation happens, it's kind of like the smoking hot female or the smoking hot gay guy or the smoking hot whatever walks right up to the person and is super bold and is just like, hey, I saw that you're sitting here alone and what are you doing in town and do you want to go up to my room and have a good time? Right, let's have a real talk moment here. If sex motivates you, the only thing more motivating than sex is fast sex. And the reason Belarus does it is because they learned it from KGB and MSS learned it from KGB. Why beat around the bush? It's better to just say, hey, hey, what kind of women do you like? What kind of wine do you like? What kind of this do you like? What kind of that do you like? You bury it among 4 or 5 options. But what they're really saying to the right person who can be exploited, what they're really saying is, If you'll tell us what kind of women you like, we'll make sure you get them. Most people that are actually exploitable sexually, they will answer that question. And they'll be like, I like red wine, I like Cabernet, I like red beef, or I like rare beef, I like blondes that weigh 130 pounds or less, I like X, whatever.
The videotape proves that they were in the same bedroom. Shannon said I was at her place at her request. They're in the same bedroom. Now all this girl has to say is, oh yeah, Shannon, you loved to have your heels in the air. You love for me to spread your legs. You used to love for me to get that dildo out from under the bed. You know you got those dildos under there? Those big white ones? White? You used to like that big white dildo. Mr. You had a name for it. Yep, Mr. Jim. Mr. Jim, oh my God. You used to love Mr. Jim.
This is what's so powerful about espionage. Once you learn you have a secret life, it's not that much of a stretch to understand everybody has a secret life. The power happens when you can get other people to share their secret life with you. Secret life is all the things that you're the most ashamed of, you're the most guilty about, the things that you fear judgment and shame, like it's the things that you don't even like to talk to yourself about, but you know they're true. All of that constitutes your secret life. What's so powerful about secret life is once somebody shares their secret life with you, they are forever wedded to the fact that you have been let into their secret life.
Right.
It's like the ultimate form of loyalty.
Yeah.
Because nobody knows this thing about them except them and you.
A fool learns from his own mistakes, but a wise man can sit there and learn from others. One thing that I always seen when I was traveling around the world, working in different countries, working in different places, playing music and operating a business, I noticed that a lot of these older gentlemen always had a young hot tender with them, no matter what country it was. You see, cash is king, and a lot of these ladies understand that this could be a ticket to a better lifestyle. There's nothing wrong with it if you understand the game, and then there's a mutual agreement, because I don't hate the players of the game. I just sit back and observe, but it can all fall apart because it is quite easy. Then one starts to get full of themselves, get ahead of themselves, thinking that they are actually the prize. They are the reason why everything's going around and not just the financial stability in the situation. You would be absolutely shocked how many men were paying for their girlfriend's lifestyle in these different countries while these ladies took that money and gave it to their local boyfriend. You see, the most dangerous thing isn't to be a trick in this world. It's to be a trick that doesn't understand and know he's a trick, mistakenly assigning yourself to a higher elevation in a higher situation. And of course, if you lead with your wallet, there's always a danger of that. And our dear brother Shay Shay, he didn't realize that he was a trick. He didn't realize that he was the marked for destruction. No NDA in sight.
But Steve McNair art was set up by and unalived by his side chick. Shannon Sharpe, you going to this woman's home? You letting her come to your home? Are you crazy, bruh? Do you know what these snow bunnies will do? You even got sisters out here setting brothers up or robbing them and getting them unalived. So my question to Uncle Shay Shay, why you moving reckless like this, bro? You don't know who she had waiting for you in her apartment. You don't know what she might do in your home. You don't know who she gave your address to. Gotta do better than that.
As a man, do you know what kind of discipline you have to have when you get boss money?
Come on, brother.
And not who you want to?
Come on, brother.
The discipline has to be through the roof, because if you get paper, you want to. If you get paper, the world is your oyster. So what can we do, Brother Rizza, when we got money to walk amongst the have-nots, the attractive have-nots, because that's what she is, right?
One thing I don't want us to misunderstand is that just because a lot of these individual females are OnlyFans models doesn't mean they're unintelligent. They're very intelligent with how they're very calculated with what they're doing. How do you think these women feel going up here showing their bodies for $5.99 a month, $10.99, whatever their damn price is. They know this is going to be on the internet forever. They know it's going to be out there. They know they've already factored that in, most of them. They know. But once they get to a certain caliber where they're invited to these back house parties, they're around certain celebrities and artists, they get dressed a certain way, they get the BBLs done, they get dressed up, fitted, all of that just to catch the attention of certain people who they've been planning to get for a very long time. This is intentional. I'm not gonna pretend as if, oh, it just happens. These Negroes are targeted. Right. And they're open to be targeted. They make themselves targeted. The Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, in the last days, it is our righteousness that will sustain us. Meaning, if your discipline is not on point and in check, you will not be able to see the agents, the snakes in the field. You won't be able to see them because you're so caught up in the nostalgia. I feel so good. Oh, I'm feeling good. I'm successful and all that. And they just sitting there like, I'm about to take this down.
You know who Sky Bree is, Ocho?
Sky Bree? Who that is, Coach?
Yeah. How I do it. How I do
hey,
it.
Sky, I mean, who is that? Who is that? Help me out.
You know what I'm saying? She little something. You know, she might be famous for vertical activity that she good at. Man, y'all need to stop, man. Y'all need to stop. Y'all be on that bull jive, man.
Hold on, who she play for? She play for?
She played for on her back.
Come on, dog. You supposed to be smarter than that. You had the nerve to look at Donnell Rawlins, Ashley Larry in the face and tell him stop dealing with these young ladies, these 23-year-olds, when you was piping down a 19-year-old. Man, that's the pot calling the kettle black.
For him to ever try to bring me up or a family dynamic or the age gap is very, very shocking to me.
She's so young that she could pop out. 20. She 23. Donnell, 20. Why you didn't date her mom? Why you go for the Donnell? If you don't, love is love. I agree with you. What? You like them young, though. Oh, wow. I get my opportunity. Why you hating on me? Where y'all be at? Forever 21?
Meanwhile, the whole time, Shannon had an even bigger age gap with the girl he was with.
And I don't disparage you for getting a younger lady. That's not the deal here. But what the deal is that you should have had your paperwork in order. And if she didn't want to sign the paperwork to the order, you should have had the order to dismiss her. You got all these ladies looking for you, Shay. All these ladies wanting to get down for the get down, but you had to have this one. Left cheek, right cheek. Your own special type of freak. And only Ham's Becky. Found yourself a proper freak, didn't you? Found yourself somebody who was gonna do what you wanted, didn't you? Didn't know that you was getting set up for the long game. And in the long run, it ain't no fun. Talking recklessly over the phone. I'm gonna choke you. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. Looking like a fool.
That's my daddy. I want you to put a big black baby in me. I want you to put a dog collar around my neck and choke me with it while you f***ing me.
Is this girl, this white girl, is she cool with all this race play? Is she cool with it? Hell, if you pay her?
If he was a little bitty like me, being with a little old bitty 21-year-old white girl like that, it would have less of an impact on white America's mind. But because he's a big old black that looks like a gorilla, and this 21-year-old white girl says he got a that's the size of a baby in his drawers. She called it a big fat black baby. That's what she called it. She give it a name. So if he didn't have that and he was a little you like that, yeah, he in trouble off the fact that he a big old black with a big old this little old bitty petite white girl that's barely grown. She's a teeny bopper, fresh out of mama and them house. So I'm saying y'all can't be mad at Shannon.
Now, whether or not she directly was instructed to do that, she did that. She's an OnlyFans individual, which means money is the first thing. I'm using men's lust for me to get money. I'm gonna go after a big fish. Shannon Sharpe, making a lot of money. I've been hanging around with him. Let me see how much money I can get out of this man. $100 million contract, if I say right now, I can get at least half of that. This is very real. It is a business.
And you sit back and listen to him and Ocho Cinco talk, and he talk about what he do and what he don't do. Well, you see he a weenie with the women. He really mean to women. You sit back, man, I don't do this, I don't do, nah, man, you mean to women. You ain't no Matt. You ain't no, you don't even know how to sweet talk women. So you see he really a weenie to women. He just got a big old black with the big old muscle. But he's not a charming man. You see, man, he mean. authoritative and he regimented. No, he's not appealing. So the white girl just playing off the big black. He ain't handsome. He ain't the handsomest big black in the world, and he look like a gorilla. Big black gorilla, silverback. And he mean. So she figures she getting this big black, but in the process of getting this big old black, he mean. I'm gonna choke you when I see you tomorrow. Man, just that's all. Yeah, this is baby. You trying to.
And when you cut the grass, you see the slurs galore, allegations saying that you're one of the most devastating and dangerous people they ever met, looking like everything she said you were. You fell into the game. You fell for the marketing. You fell into the trap. Spring, checkmate. The knight and the bishop surrounding your king. The queen's already off the board, my G. And when you tried to settle and they denied it, set game match. You dig?
I am not going to abandon my brother because of some sick fetish they have. The only way I abandon my brother if you're straight up fake, phony mother, I can't with you. Or if you prey on the weak, you Debo or something. I can't respect you if you prey on the weak.
That's all I got for you, you polite savages. Like and subscribe. Hit us up on all social media networks.
We found true happiness.